All right, yay! 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. It only took 10 years. That's crazy. Well, I'll never forget when I first started my first video, I didn't want anybody to see it. So I kind of asked for no subscribers. I didn't even know what subscribers were back then. I didn't know that it was important to have them so that YouTube would promote your videos or put them in the algorithm so people would actually see them. But back then I was working, I'm retired now, and I didn't want my friends at work to see that my passion really was music. I was in the oil business, and sometimes they'll hold that against you. If that's what you want to do for a living, then maybe you should do that. Anyway, I didn't want any of my coworkers to see me. But here we are. I have a script. I wrote it out because I'm not going to be able to memorize all this. But like I said, thank you for your support. 10 years. My first video posted August 7th, 2009. And 791 videos later, here we are. I put a link in the description of that first video so you can see what I looked like 10 years ago. Quite a bit of difference. Shocking. It's undeniable that we're all getting older. I just turned 65. I've come to realize my playing days are numbered. You young guys, cherish your hands and take care of them. I'm getting what I call Keith Richards fingers. Keith Richards fingers, among other ailments like trigger finger and trigger thumb. See the old Keith Richards fingers? Not near as bad as his are. But you get those nodes on your knuckles. They actually don't hurt, but eventually they'll probably slow me down. They already are, especially the trigger finger. That's this one. If I could bend that thing, I could play a lot better. But anyway, I think the 10,000 subscriber screen name was Lost My Mojo 100. I get a kick out of some of your screen names. I thought that was appropriate. You may have noticed a lack of videos lately. I've run out of ideas for Hendrix songs, so please list your wish list songs in the comments below, and I will see what I can do. I can't guarantee anything, but I'll pick my favorites out of the list. All of my amps are working. I don't have any repair videos except for the Leslie unit that I pulled out of the organ, which I will post once I get my special order Eminence Legend 1058 speaker for it, which I should order today and probably take 3 or 4 weeks to get. I am due for an electrolytic cap job on my 1960 Bassman. So that's the first cap job I did, and it may have been a Super Reverb. But caps, electrolytics only last around 10 years. Gerald Weber recommends 6 years, but I think 10 years is plenty. You should change them, and that might be one of my next videos, is to do that again. I may change up the cap job just a little bit. I'm always here to help anyone I can. Right now I'm helping Michael with his 1958 Bassman chassis. He bought the chassis and needs a cabinet and speakers. He special ordered the Eminence Legend 1028Ps from their custom shop, which are the speakers I put in the 1959 Bassman. They are as close as you can get to the old Jensens and are the same blue frame speakers that Fender had Eminence design to put in the first Fender Bassman reissues. They're great speakers. Eminence said they are getting quite a few orders for those speakers, so they thanked me for that. I get no compensation from Eminence whatsoever. He wants his chassis to match my 1960 Bassman, for good reason, I'm sure, because for me right now, it's still the holy grail of tone on YouTube. And so we're working on that. He is having a harder time finding a good cabinet made out of old pine. If any of you guys have recommendations on a good, authentic Bassman cabinet, baffle and everything, made out of the right wood, please add them to the comments. I just helped Jimmy James with the maintenance instructions on his older Leslie unit. That's apparently getting popular. These pulls out of organs is my Leslie, and it sounds pretty good. I'm hoping it sounds better with the 1058 speaker. I think it's going to be better than that Utah speaker that has been in it. I blew that speaker, by the way. But I took a photo of the instructions that were on the Leslie unit itself, and I posted them on my Instagram channel, Millstaps Jimmyisms. I'll put a link of that below too. When I do that next video, I will go into motor and rotor lubrication and maybe the belt adjustment. There's going to be another slack period this summer when my family from Spain comes to stay with us from the middle of June to the beginning of September. I will fit in what I can, but now I have two older grandsons, 3 years and 5 years old, that will be banging at the door every time I turn the guitar and amps on. That should make for some interesting moments. There will also be a newborn granddaughter and grandson around the house, so there'll be 4 grandkids. So thank you again for all your support. One of the best things about YouTube I have found is that I make friends all over the world. I have friends in many European countries, Australia, South America, and of course the United States. That seems to be where the concentration of Hendrix and Fender fans come from. Keep those constructive comments coming, and I will talk to you later.